morning. We're about to set off to the 100 Acre Wood to go visit Pooh Bear and his friends today. I am a massive Disney fan, and Pooh Bear has always been one of my favourites. I remember being little and loving seeing Pooh Bear in the Disney parks and watching Pooh Bear all the time, and he holds a special place in my heart. Even if Tigger might be my actual favourite character to meet.
On the other hand, I've never really been a massive Disney fan, but over lockdown we sat down and we watched every single Disney theatrical release as a great use of our time.
That was actually Kyle's idea, can I say?
I mean, it seemed like a really good idea right up until we got to the Brazil trilogy, as I like to call it, which is really just Walt Disney's gap year.
Yes. But would you say you're a Disney fan now?
I think so.
Disney adult. So after this, we decided that we were going to go to the 100 Acre Wood to visit Pooh Bear and his friends, like I said. And we actually had never read the original books. So whilst I grew up with Pooh Bear and knowing all about him and where he lives and everything, I never actually read the books. So recently we sat down and we read the first A.A. Milne book. And now we're going to go to the Ashdown Forest, which is the 100 Acre Wood, and go on a little adventure. So come with us.
And we'll see you there.
So as we mentioned, we're going to the Ashdown Forest today, and it is in southeast England in East Sussex. So that's about 30 miles away from London and 30 minutes from Gatwick Airport. Unfortunately, there's no public transport. Well, there is, but it's not very well linked up. So we're going to be driving today. So let's get going. We've got 15 minutes out. How's the drive for you, Kyle?
It's okay, lots of winding country lane.
It's we thought we were going to go down the M23, but it's taken us via all the country lanes, and yeah, so that's been fun for you. I'm glad I'm not driving.
It's okay, you get to drive back.
Oh, no. It's not been a bad drive, there's not been much traffic or anything. I'm just struggling to keep the camera straight whilst we're filming. Well, we've made it to the 100 Acre Wood. Good driving, Kyle. A.A. Milne and his son Christopher Robin used to come to the Ashdown Forest all the time to play games and have adventures, which is why the Ashdown Forest is the basis for the 100 Acre Wood. And because of this, there's so many spots in the Ashdown Forest that you can go and see that are actually in the book. So first off, we're going to go play Pooh Sticks on Pooh Sticks Bridge. This is actually a separate place to where the actual Pooh Walk is. So you have to come into the Pooh car park or Pooh Sticks, and then to go over to the Pooh Walk itself is the Gills Lap car park, and over there is a 2-mile walk where we can see loads of different sites. So come with us and play Pooh Sticks.
So we're just walking along and it looks like we've stumbled into something we didn't realise was on the trip. I don't know if you can see, just up here, hiding in the tree, is Owl's house.
Oh, do you know what?
And it's complete with his famous sign.
I guess that their little pulley on the right hand side must be Eeyore's tail. It's in the book, Eeyore's tail goes missing, and Pooh Bear finds it on Owl's dog. Looks like we're going the right way, I nearly slipped. So we made it to Pooh Sticks Bridge, and what do we need to do now? Find the stick. Let's go find a stick. Kyle!
What?
Look what I found!
Could it be?
2 sticks! So
Fantastic.
conveniently placed! What luck we're having today!
So what we didn't show you is it took us about 10 minutes to try and find a stick in the woods.
So when I was doing research for this trip, it did say to go to Eeyore's house first and nick a stick from Eeyore's house. I'm sure Eeyore wouldn't mind. But we didn't see Eeyore's house, so I'm not sure if his house is only here seasonally. So yeah, it was a bit of a tricky time finding a stick, but we got two. Let's now go and play Pooh Sticks.
We're ready to go.
We're on the bridge. Who do you think is going to win? Me or you?
I think this has a bit more surface area.
Yeah, but mine's thinner, so it'll be like speedier, like more aerodynamic.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
3, 2, 1, drop. Where it went. I think that was mine.
Damn. I think you're right. I didn't even see where mine went.
Shall we have a rematch?
If we can find any more sticks.
Let's have a rematch, come on.
So we're done. I think on our way down we must have walked straight past Eeyore's house. Turns out it's really obvious and definitely on the way to Pooh Bridge. But we're a bit confused. So there, in the background, could be Eeyore's house. I think you're pointing to it.
Okay, cool.
And then this way, I don't know if you can see that just through the trees there, also could be Eeyore's house.
Plot twist. There's a third potential for Eeyore's house. Don't know if you can see it, but just through the trees there is what looks like Eeyore's house. And you know what? That's way closer to the car park. The car park's just there. So yeah, when I was looking online, it said it's close to the car park. So I assume this is actually Eeyore's house. But you know what? Any of those three could work for photos. Okay, so we're back in the car and we're driving over to what I think is pronounced Kyall's car park, and from there we can start our Pooh walk. So we're going to be doing the longer of the two walks. So this walk is about a 2-mile walk, so it shouldn't take us too long, and we'll be seeing some more sights from there. We've now made it to Kyall's car park and we're going to head out onto the next trail. Kyall's is changing his shoes back into his muddy wellies and then we'll be up.
So the day has brightened up and we've made it to Kyall's car park, and now we're trying to work out which way we're meant to go in order to follow the Pooh trail. I think as Jemma said before, it's a 2-mile walk through the woods, which should take us to a few more familiar spots, and then hopefully if we get some time we'll be stopping off at the cafe, Pooh's Corner, for some sweet treats.
I think we're on the right track now. We've consulted Google, we've consulted a compass, we've consulted Google Maps, so hopefully all those sources together, we're on the right track. The lighting's a bit strange here.
And squinting into the camera.
But behind us is Rue's Sandy Pit. So we just passed the memorial and now we're at the Sandy Pit where Kanga and Rue first come into the scene.
So we've come all the way down the aforementioned long Pooh walk, following the route that supposedly the gang followed when they were trying to find the North Pole. And we've arrived at the bridge.
Yes, so we think this bridge is where Roo went swimming and then where Pooh found the North Pole. We were hoping that we could see a stick that had the writing that said Pooh found the stick and found the North Pole, but there's just a bunch of trees, so we can't tell which one is meant to be the North Pole, but apparently this is the place where the North Pole is. So we have claimed that this tree, this one right here, that's the North Pole, but who can say? Only the Pooh secrets died with Pooh. Squinting again. Down in the valley below somewhere is Eeyore's dark and gloomy place. For what we've been seeing online, it's not like clearly labelled, but we know it's somewhere down here. And ironically, as you were saying earlier, Kyle, this is the sunniest. This is not dark and gloomy at all. We're back in the car now and we're driving over to Pooh's Corner for a smackerful of honey. No, I don't eat honey. But yeah, that walk wasn't too long. It's about, like we said, 2-mile walk. Took us a bit longer because we were stopping and filming stuff and we got a bit confused in places, but yeah.
We got very lost.
Not very lost, it was just like, is that what it is? Is that the sandy pit? Is that the Heffalump? It was just very confusing. But we'll tell you more about that later. But yes, right now we're on our way to the Pooh's Corner. I think Car's gonna get a scone.
Hopefully.
And I'm just gonna have a cup of tea. It's needed. Yeah.
Cup of tea.
And I think at the Pooh Corner as well, they have a Poohseum. So hopefully we'll have time to stop in and have a look at some things there as well.
There we go. So we've made it to our final stop of the journey. This is Pooh Corner in Hatfield. And hopefully we'll be going in for the planned scones and cream tea.
A proper British way to finish the day.
So we are finally back in the car after a long day of walking around, a long day of visiting Winnie the Pooh places, and going to Pooh Corner to round off the day and have a nice cream tea.
Which is lovely, and if anyone is gluten-free, they have a gluten-free cream tea which is also delicious. But yeah, also can we note that I drove home? So yeah, now we're back home and we just wanted to give you a quick summary of how we felt the day was and what we liked best and that kind of thing. So Kyle, over to you. What did you like best?
I think my favourite part was the first bit. I think the first walk into the Ashdown Forest with Owl's house and Eeyle's house when we eventually found it. And the Pooh Sticks Bridge was probably my favourite part of the whole trip.
Yeah, I say I agree with that. I think the first part is definitely a lot more visible of like each place, and it kind of gets you a bit more excited about Pooh Bear and everything because you can see it a bit better. The Pooh Walk is worth doing if you want to see the AA Milne Memorial, but nothing is really signposted to say to tell you what's what. So we kind of found that like we'd be walking past things and being like, is that the gloomy place? Is that the Roo Sandy Pit? And we couldn't really tell, so sorry if the video is a bit lacking there, but like it was
all over the place.
Yeah, it was a little bit hard to tell what was what. So there
were a lot of sticks and trees that we thought could be the North Pole, but nothing that was actually marked as the North Pole.
Yeah, so which was a little bit of a shame because it felt a bit frustrating. But if you like walking, it's not a long walk. It's only 2 miles, like we said, so it didn't take that long. It's just not very easy. And also I would definitely recommend going either when it's dry or being prepared with boots, big boots, because it was very muddy when we went.
Very muddy.
And guess because it's England, it's probably muddy most of the time.
And it's probably going to be raining.
Yeah.
Although we got lucky with a nice day. So
yes, we did. The sun did come out, which was nice. But all in all, I would say it was a really, really good day and definitely worth doing if you want something a bit different. I would also say that Pooh's Corner was so worth it. It was not far away from the Ashdown Forest at all. I think you kind of have to go past it to kind of get to the motorway, and it was just so cool in there. It was
very quaint,
very busy actually.
Yeah, really busy.
Yes, that's why we didn't really film much in there, because we were just like, it was quite small, felt a little bit awkward to get the camera out. But yeah, the Poohseum as well was so cute, so much memorabilia, and yeah, it just made me feel very, sorry, a car just drove past us. It made me feel very warm and fuzzy inside. So it definitely, I think as well, sorry, it definitely feels like the people who work there really, really care for it, and really really are dedicated to making it a success. So would definitely recommend Pooh's Corner. But yeah, got anything else you'd like to say?
No, I think I've said all I was going to say. Amazing.
Well, I think that's it for now. Thank you for tuning in. Should I do it? Should I do the like?
You have to.
Okay. Please don't forget to give this video a like and press that subscribe button down below, and we will see you next time. Goodbye. You gonna wave? Goodbye.
Bye.